Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, Ben Fam. It's been a while, but we are back in the building. Thank you for stopping by to look at our most recent video. So this video, it is me making a seafood corn chowder. So I'm going to show you guys a few steps. Here we go. So I'm showing you the ingredients that it took for me to make this. A lot of this stuff I prepped like a week or 2 weeks prior, and I chopped it up and put it in the freezer just to make this video go by a little faster. And so you see I got my veggies, I got my herbs, and this is my seafood. I had the scallops, the clams, the mussels, not clams, scallops, mussels, the calamari, lobster claws, lobster tail, and just crab meat that came in the jar, the chunky crab meat, blue crab meat. And so here's a quick shot of the veggies being sauteed. So I fried down some bacon and I rendered some bacon fat, and then I added my veggies in. So I'm just trying to saute these a little bit, and it's going to help pick up some of that flavor from the bottom of that pot from the bacon fat. So here's a video where I chopped up all my seafood and try to get it down into bite-sized pieces. That's my seafood broth, homemade broth that I'm making. And that's just the corn on the cob and the shells that I mixed together, seasoned, and had that boiling. So this is the soup so far. This is the soup. So I took it out the heat because, it doesn't take long for seafood to cook. So I went ahead and added in my heavy whipping cream, evaporated milk. I added in my clam juice, salt and pepper for taste, and a few other seasonings like garlic powder, onion powder, white pepper, and sea salt, and just to name a few. And I think I had a splash of tonic saturates in there too, and slap your mama. And so this is after I added that seafood broth that I was making. So I made it myself, my own little seafood stock. And like I said, it just consisted of the corn on the cob that was left over after I took the corn kernels off, and the shells from the lobster claws and the lobster tail, and celery, onion, garlic. And then I just lightly seasoned it with some seafood seasoning and some other little light seasonings, and I'll let that boil for about 30 to 40 minutes or so, and then I turned the heat off and let it set until I was ready for it. Then I strained it and I added into this, and this is what we have. And this is our final result, our seafood corn chowder. And then I topped it with a pie crust because I wanted that feel of like a pot pie, but I didn't want to do a whole traditional pot pie. So I rolled out a sheet of pie crust dough, and then I cut it to this size, and then I just used a fork just to do some imitation along the edges. And then I made these small little dollops of pie crust just to sprinkle around, and so you can kind of scoop those up in every bite, and it turned out perfect, you guys. It was the perfect size for the perfect bite. And so that was such a great idea. And I got those little perfect circles by using a icing topper that you use to ice cakes. I had one of those, and it made the perfect circles. So yeah, and I'm just going to sprinkle a few of those around the edges for presentation, and it was just so delicious. This is such a good nice comfort food for the winter. It just warms up everything in your body. And you guys, out of this pot I made, I think I got about 20 to 21 bowls of soup. So I was able to take some to my mom, my grandma. I gave some to my neighbors. I've packed a couple bowls up and put it in the freezer, so we're gonna have for Christmas Eve. So I was able to stretch this soup tremendously. Like, I got a lot of servings out of this soup, so it was awesome. Just look how beautiful that turned out, you guys. It was delicious. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or want further explanation, just let me know. I'll be glad to help. And thank you for your support. Like and comment and subscribe. Bye.